Hey there, yarny friends. Thank you for clicking on this video. You have clicked on the $20 yarn challenge. If that piques your interest, please stick around. So I recently saw a thumbnail for a video and it said, everything I spent on yarn for $100 as a broke college student or something along that lines. And I'm gonna admit I didn't click on the video and watch it, but it really got me thinking, how much yarn can you buy for a certain amount of money? What I thought of in my mind was if I had $20 to spend on yarn, what would I purchase? And I just got to be really curious, wondering what other people would also spend if they had just $20 to spend on yarn. Everyone's motives could be different. I mean, maybe you make wearables, so there's a certain thing you're drawn to. Maybe you're doing amigurumi and selling it, so you need different attributes of yarn. And there's just so many options. I would love to know, like, if you had $20, what yarn would you buy? If I had $20 in my pocket right now, what yarn would I buy? I would buy 10 of these Herrschner's Afghan yarns. Now, before we go any further, I would like to say Herrschner's Afghan yarns are so much different than they used to be. And let me show you, obviously you can't feel the yarn, but here is the old labels, what they used to look like. Do you see how there's all the little color blocks on top and of the label right there? A lot of the other specs of this are very similar, but you'll see with the new ones how there's the little colored arches right on there. And so these are both 50-gram balls, and it's both 100% acrylic. There is about 20 extra yards in the new, and they were both machine wash, dry, flat. So on the surface, they are very similar, but I can tell you it is night and day as far as working with it and as far as what it feels like. Even just looking, you can tell this one over here just looks different. A friend of mine gifted me a ton of these old ones because she had purchased them, I think for a baby blanket or something, and was like, oof, no, this is just too rough. So when I'm talking about Herrschner's yarn, I am talking about the new and the new packaging. So these are $1.99 a piece, and there's like about 50 shades. I think I counted like 44 solids. And then I think they came up with maybe 8 brand new variegated ones. These are a couple of my favorite colors right here. So this Bing Cherry is probably like my absolute favorite. It's just kind of a burgundy color, but it does have like maybe a hint of violet in there. I don't know. I'm not an expert on color theory at all, but that is absolutely beautiful. And I love this old rose color right here. It's like a mauve color. I think those go really well together. And then on a different avenue, much more warm, this should be squash, I think is what, it's either squash or cider. It's cider. Squash is a little bit lighter, but I love that. So they have a lot of coordinating colors where you could do like your own gradient. You can mix and match, and these are going to be great. Like you could easily make a headband out of one of these. You might be able to make a hat depending on, your stitches used, but you could definitely make a hat out of 2 of them for sure. And it's a 2-weight, but it's a nice thick 2-weight. So it's got a really pretty drape. It's not stiff at all. And I think with 10 of these, I could make quite a few different projects. And I love the softness. I love the variety of color. I love the price of it. So my overall pick, if you gave me $20 right now, I would buy 10 Herrschner's Afghan yarns. I would love to know in the comments, let me know what you would buy. And I have an extra challenge. If you are a yarn tuber, I would love to know what you would make. I have a little list right here of some YarnTube channels I would love to tag and see your answers. So I'm going to list them off real quick, but I'll have all of them down in the comments. And if I did not tag you, please do not be offended. I would still love to know. I just, these are just some that have been a little more active in my feed lately. So I know they are, you know, making some different videos. So I am tagging K Crochet, Sweet Moments by Jessie, Sweet Pea Sid's Inspiration, Coco's Crochet, Slow Crochet, Kristen Crochets, It's Time for Yarn, and No Catchy Name Crochet. If you don't have time to film this, I am fine with that. That is just okay. Please do not feel obligated, but I would love to get this ball rolling because I am so curious what you would buy with just $20 worth of yarn. If you do decide to make a video, please tag me in it so I can create a playlist and add all these, because I think it would be so interesting to see everybody's reaction to this. And if you also decide to make one, please feel free to tag any of your yarny friends that maybe I don't know of either. It was kind of hard to decide what yarn I would pick when coming up with this because there are so many choices out there. But I stick with mine. With my pick, I would get 10 Herrschner's Afghan yarns. Please let me know, what would you pick? Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I would love for you to participate. If you are interested in some of the other different collabs I have done with some other people, I will have a playlist linked right up here that you can check out. And as for now, I cannot wait to talk more yarn with you. Bye guys.